Hello my dear students, welcome back to Biology at Physiology. Have you ever wondered how a freshwater fish survives without bursting due to excess water, or how a shark can live in salty sea water without becoming dehydrated? These fascinating questions are answered by one of the most important physiological processes in vertebrates, that is osmoregulation. In today's class we will discuss osmoregulation in aquatic vertebrates in a simple exam-oriented manner. By the end of this class, you will clearly understand how freshwater and marine vertebrates maintain the balance of water and salts inside their bodies. So let's begin. Introduction to osmoregulation. First of all, what is osmoregulation? Osmoregulation is basically the process by which animals maintain the proper balance of water and dissolved salts, also called as electrolytes, inside their body. Maintaining this balance is extremely important because every cell requires a stable internal environment for normal functioning. Aquatic vertebrates face different challenges depending on whether they live in freshwater or seawater. Evolutionary background. To understand osmoregulation, let's briefly look at vertebrate evolution. Scientists believe that the earliest vertebrates evolved in the oceans about 550 million years ago. Later, many fishes migrated into freshwater habitats. This shift created a completely new physiological challenge because freshwater contains much less salt than seawater. As vertebrates adapted to freshwater life, the salt concentration of their body fluids gradually became lower than that of their marine ancestors. An interesting exception is the hagfish. Since its ancestors never left the sea, its body fluids still contain almost the same salt concentration as seawater. Problems faced by freshwater vertebrates. Now imagine a freshwater fish. Its body fluids are much saltier than the surrounding water. Because of this difference, water continuously enters the body by osmosis and salts continuously leave the body by diffusion. Another important factor is the presence of gills. Although gills are specialized for gas exchange, their thin structure also allow water and salts to move easily across the gills. Therefore, freshwater fishes constantly gain water and lose salts. Problems faced by marine vertebrates. Marine vertebrates experience exactly the opposite situation. Their body fluids contain less salt than seawater. Therefore, water continuously leaves the body by osmosis and salts continuously enter by diffusion. Many marine animals also drink seawater, which further increases salt intake. Their major challenge is preventing dehydration while removing excess salts. Osmoregulation in freshwater vertebrates. Freshwater fishes. Since water continuously enters through the gills, fishes produce large amounts of dilute urine to eliminate excess water. However, losing too much urine can also remove essential salts. To solve this problem, their kidneys efficiently reabsorb sodium and chloride ions. Specialized cells present in the gills actively absorb sodium and chloride ions from the surrounding freshwater. These ion transport mechanisms also help maintain the body's acid-base balance. So remember this simple concept: freshwater fishes gain water but lose salts, therefore they produce dilute urine and actively absorb salts. Freshwater amphibians, the larval stage or tadpole, possess gills and regulate salts almost exactly like freshwater fishes. Adult frogs and salamanders lose their gills during metamorphosis. Instead, their moist skin contains specialized transport cells that actively absorb salts from freshwater. Thus, amphibian skin performs a function very similar to fish gills. Freshwater reptiles, especially turtles, possesses thick and relatively impermeable skin. This greatly reduces water entry. Their kidneys efficiently conserve salts by reabsorbing water. So any lost salts are replaced through food or in some species by absorbing salts from water entering their mouth or cloaca. Freshwater birds and mammals. Aquatic birds like cormorants and mammals such as otters have waterproof body coverings. Very little water enters their body through their skin. If excess water accumulates, they simply produce more urine, and salts lost are replaced through their diet. Unlike fishes and amphibians, their skin does not absorb salts. Osmoregulation in marine vertebrates. Now let's move to marine animals, marine bony fishes. Teleosts. Marine teleost fishes are hypotonic to seawater. In simple words, their body fluids contain less salt water than seawater. As a result, water continuously leaves the body while salts continuously enter. How do they solve this problem? First, they drink seawater. The intestine absorbs water while leaving behind excess salts. Their kidneys produce very little urine to conserve water. Their kidneys produce very little urine basically. Finally, specialized chloride cells in the gills actively remove excess sodium and chloride ions from their blood. Nitrogenous waste is mainly excreted as ammonia through their gills, which also helps to conserve water. Marine cartilaginous fishes, sharks and rays. Sharks and rays use a completely different strategy. Instead of lowering salt concentration, they retain large amounts of urea in their body. This increases the concentration of their body fluids, making them slightly more concentrated than seawater. As a result, water actually enters their body instead of leaving it. However, excess salts still accumulate. These salts are removed by specialized organ called the rectal gland, which secretes concentrated salt solution. Another important molecule is trimethylamine oxide or TMAO, which protects protein from the harmful effects of high salt concentration. Marine amphibians. Very few amphibians can tolerate seawater. The best known example is the crab eating frog. The image showing the crab eating frog. Its tadpoles regulate salts like marine bony fishes. Adults accumulate urea in their body, much like sharks. However, scientists still do not fully understand how these frogs remove excess salts. Marine reptiles like sea turtles, sea snakes, or marine lizards like iguana and crocodiles, their kidneys alone cannot remove all the excess salt. Therefore, they possess specialized salt glands located in the head region. Depending on the species, this may be orbital, sublingual, or supralingual salt glands. These glands efficiently eliminate excess salts from the body. Marine birds such as gulls or albatrosses also possess specialized nasal salt glands. These salt glands remove excess salts from their body. The concentrated salty fluid is expelled through the nostrils. Their kidneys also contribute by producing moderately concentrated urine. Marine mammals such as whales, dolphins, and seals have waterproof skin that minimizes water loss. Their kidneys contain long loops of Henle, allowing them to produce highly concentrated urine. Unlike marine reptiles and birds, they do not require specialized salt glands because their kidneys are highly efficient. Conclusion. Let's summarize today's class. Aquatic vertebrates have evolved remarkable adaptation to survive in environments with very different salt concentration. Freshwater vertebrates must eliminate excess water while conserving salts. Marine vertebrates must conserve water while removing excess salts. Different organs including gills, kidneys, intestine, skin, rectal gland, and specialized salt glands work together to maintain water and electrolyte balance. These adaptations have enabled vertebrates to successfully colonize both freshwater and marine habitats. So my dear students, if you found today's class helpful, please like, share and subscribe to Biology at Priyojit. Don't forget to press the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming classes on various interesting topics of biology and zoology. Thank you for watching. See you in the next class.